Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my stream, welcome to my world. I am on my Yeti mic at the moment, which is up here somewhere. My lips might be out of sync. I've put a 100 millisecond delay on it. I hope they're okay, so I'm just going to chat as normal here. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Star Wars X-Wing shirt because we're going to be doing the X-Wing build tonight. Now, I've got 6 issues of this, so I'm going to do it slightly different to how I've been doing these live builds when I'm going to use them. We're going to do no introduction. We're going to look we're not even going to look at the magazines here. We're just going to get on and build it, and then I'll do all of that stuff afterwards. And hopefully I've got enough cameras recording here to show what I'm actually doing, and I might be able to make some videos of it afterwards. But the cameras have changed. So what happens now, if this works, is when I'm talking to you, if I switch to the side camera, obviously I'm going to be on this build camera. I'm just going to change back to that. I just want to show you a difference between the microphones now. Now, when I go to the side camera, it's automatically going to switch the microphone to this one here, which is why I sound really weird. But when I'm doing the builds, as you can see, it's going to sound absolutely perfect. And then when I switch it back to the main cam, as you can see, oops, hang on. There we go. I'm on normal cam again. I need to change this out of studio mode. There we go. That's better. And it's been fun trying to set that up, which is probably why everything's going all over the place. But hopefully everything's going all right. Hello, everyone. Tonight I'm drinking Ian Campbell's Kraken. And as Eric Vincent said, it's an X-Wing build, so the more rum, the better. I've had about that much rum in it, Ian. So, and cheers to Craig, or Craig, sorry. Cheers to Craig, Simplord, from your video. Really enjoyed that video. Mrs. Welder Wayne told me in a million years I'm never allowed to have a man cave like that. And I told her it's my dream. So she's dashing my dreams, I guess. It was either going to be like that, Greg, or I'd like some sort of rainforest cafe jungle theme. But yeah, she said no. Hello, Mega Nico. How's it going? How's your bounty going? If you've seen on the Victory, that's the other side I've done the gun ports for. I've learnt a lesson. I know a lot of you have told me, and I took John Builds iconic military models advice, and I used my multi-tool just to do the vertical cuts. The multi-tool, even though it does a blinding job at doing it, it makes it really quick, the vibrations of it just shatter the planks to pieces and they all come ponging off. So I had to glue them back on. I don't think I'm going to do the multi-tool for the next lot. I'm going to have to do it the way of drilling holes and cutting because, you know, I was just trying to cut corners and I guess you can't do that. So, hello, Grove667 over on Twitter. How's it going? They haven't released the Iron Man in England. There's not been any sign for the Iron Man at the moment, so who knows what's happening with that. And Bedfordshire Model, hi Wayne, you mentioned your first YouTube videos about a build the Robocop test run in Germany at the moment. Did I? I haven't seen that. I did say that back in the early 90s there was an actual Robocop model, which was like half scale. It was ginormous. It was with interchangeable armour and faces and stuff. My friend had it. So, and hello, Kevin, the Nexus. So, yeah, so that's the... and Gavin, hello. Gavin, how's it going? I am feeling a lot better than the other day. I haven't got a migraine. I've been chilling out. As a matter of fact, I've been doing a bit of gardening today. I've already done tomorrow's video. So once again, for all you people who are watching, I've done a Bismarck. The fun, we can't actually see it. So that's on the playlist now. So that'll be out to tomorrow. It will go public. I was going to be doing a Spitfire tomorrow for Thursday, but that's if it's in the shop. If it's not. But I am going to be changing my Terminator. Now, all the subscribers are now up to issue 66, I believe. 62, yeah, I think they're up to 66. So I'm behind anyway. Now, normally, I was behind with the Terminator by a month anyway. So there's no point in me buying them now to still be behind, if you get my meaning. So I'm not going to be buying the Terminators from the newsagents anymore, which does mean I'm going to be 1 to 2 months behind on the Terminator build from Hachette. But with the Agora Models build, I'm eventually going to catch up. So, but I always put a nice spin on things anyway when I do those videos. So that's what's going to happen. She probably won't see another Terminator film video for a while. I do have up to issue 16 now of the Ferrari F40. And thanks to Ian Campbell in chat there, I've also got issues 1 to 16 of the Ferrari built all ready to go that we're going to do a giveaway for. But we're going to do that when I get up to issue 16. So keep your eye on that. And hello, Mark Smith. I'm on Ian's Kraken tonight, not your run. But I need it for the X-Wing build, because if you've built the X-Wing, it's like doing Lego. Mark Smith, I have a spare Terminator palm if you want it. I think Life of Brian was after a Terminator palm, Mark Smith. I think. Not sure. Anyway, so look, we're going to get on with building this, and I'm just going to get on with it, and I'm going to use the chat that I've got here, and I will see about switching cameras and stuff. But I am recording. I'm sure I'm going to get enough footage, but this should be quite fun because I've never done anything like this. This is going to be a marathon build to see how many issues we can get through. So let's start. Okay, I think we'll start with that camera there. Just checking the mic. Mic's working good. Okie dokie, cool. So there's the magazine. I said I won't go through it. I'm just going to show you what we're doing. We're just going to be fitting some details here to the side of the engine. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not a lot, actually. So I've already opened up what I've got. This is the wing we've been working on. Looking just like that. Nothing special. This one's got a hatch at the bottom, which I believe is for the landing gear to go into there. So not really much going on. And obviously this side we had all the pipes and all those other pipes that I put in from the other side, which are now hidden. Not really a lot I can do with that, to be honest with you. But these are all the parts that we've got in this issue. Let's get them out and see what we've got. Make sure there's nothing in there. And I'm conscious of that because where we got this laser cannon here, I lost the end. So I'm going to make an end for that using some micro crystal clear. And we also have some screws in this one, which are XW02 screws. So we might need to get them open soon. But the first thing we need to do, looking at the magazine, is we need to take what they call 2 plant-on details, which I'm dropping because they're so tiny. Looking just like that. And we're going to be putting this section, looking just like that, into it. So the way it goes, trying to figure this out, is we've got a lug just there that's going to go over the hole on that one just there. So we can push that in, just like Lego. So then that piece, or that detail, let me just push it right down. Looks just like that. It's funny, actually. You look at the instructions for that. Oh, thank you, Simflord. I really appreciate that. Look at the instructions there. Just doing that little bit there. Look, took all the way up to 4 parts. Oh, talk about idiot proof. Okay, so the next thing, obviously this detail has got a shape to it. It's going to match the shape that we've got on just this section here. So I'll put that in like that. And once again, we're just going to push that in. Lovely jubbly. Then we've got a little arch right next to it with a hole there. That's going to take this detail here. If anyone's never seen the X-Wing build, this is pretty much what the whole thing is. It's just pushing things together. No glues needed or anything like that. So once we've done that, I'll turn the page over to make sure I'm following the instructions. I've got to make it look like I'm following. Then the whole detail's looking like that. Now, we need to bring over the cannon here. And this is going to be assembled on these 2 holes on this side of the cannon here. Just trying to figure out what way around it goes. It goes with this section here, the triangle pointing towards the engine. So it's going to go this way. And I'm going to put that on. I'm going to take this masking tape off now, actually. I'm not going to need that. Get rid of that. And we'll plug that in. Just like that. And again, no glue needed. Although saying that, that bit fell out. So, that's that detail in. Nice and easy, isn't it? Okay, next we're going to be putting on this, what they call in this, engine cover, which looks like that. That's going to go over this engine here, and as you can see, you've got 4 lug holes down the middle. They're going to match these 4 lug holes here. So that's going to go on just like this. Line it up. Push it into place. There we go. And that's in. And then we're going to be holding all of that into place by putting this cover here onto this section, making sure that the wires still come out the side just like that. Making sure that's fitting in perfect. There we go. And as you can see, this is going to take 3 screws, which are the XW02 screws. See what I mean about this build? How quick was that? We've almost done 1 issue already. Richard, yeah, they do, I guess. XW is obviously standing for X-Wing. But you do tend to find Ecto 1 is obviously using the same screw charts as the DeLorean had. So, There you go. Right, I'm using a PHO screwdriver wearer, which are in my Amazon store. We've got to put 3 just into these ports here. I'm just kind of wondering. Oh yeah, they've gave you a spare, haven't they? So here's the first one. Hello, Stewpot. How's it going? Here's the second one. And the third one just goes in here. Look, you wouldn't believe I've had some rum tonight, would you? Okay, we've got 1 screw left over. I'll put that to one side. The last thing we've got to do is we've got these little covers to put on. Now, this is quite funny. They want us to break these from the sprue and just put them in these holes. The trouble is, because they're round, it's hard to actually make them round. So what I tend to do is cut them off. Cut them off the sprue here. 1 second. 2. I don't want to pinging off in all directions. 3. And then I've got a little emery board here, which I'm just going to take away any flashing. Actually, I haven't cut that one very cleanly there. If it needs it. But it doesn't look too bad, actually. Let's put that one in. You're never going to see this anyway. And trying to get these in is a living nightmare. There we go. That's 1 in. A little bit on this one. You don't want to go over the top because this plastic, why, files like balsa wood. Where did that go? There it is. Put the second one in. Just like that. And then what I'm doing is I'm pushing them down with the end of my screwdriver here. And you should hear it click into place. This one's being a little bit tough. Get in there. There we go. Nice and flat. And then the third one. Again, I've got a little bit of flashing on there. Just file that a little bit. Perfect. That's going to go into this last one at the end. Once again, push that in with my screwdriver. Make sure none of them are coming out. There we go. That's in. And that's that stage. Almost complete. I've got another bit here. Doesn't look like a bit. That's part of the sprue, isn't it? Yep, that's part of the sprue. No, that's that section complete, and that's that stage complete. So issue 30 is done. So I'm going to put that to one side. I'm going to keep these magazines safe. Someone wanted them. Who wanted these? I can't remember. Andy. Andy springs to mind. But I'm going to save these for you, and you can probably tell me in chat who wanted them. So that was issue 30. We're going to do issue 31 now. Issue 31. What are we doing? I haven't got a clue because I haven't looked this far ahead. We're going to be... I'll put in the wing on by the look of it and some trowels there. And then we're going to attach the cannon to the wing. And I do believe that's that wing completed then. So that's good, isn't it? So let's do that. We're going to whiz for it tonight. Gareth Waite, hello World of Wayne, how are you? I have now got both your screwdrivers and tweezers set. And I have the snips and the pin drill, plus bits and needles, files, ready to basket, ready to buy. They are good. I have had to buy another pin vise. My other one actually broke because it wasn't holding the pin properly. But this one is. But that's in my Amazon store anyway. But the tweezers, you're right, they work a treat. Right, part 31. There we go. That's what it looks like. I can't believe how quick all these X-Wings come. You had Deagostini telling us that they're, you know, due to the coronavirus, they can't get them out. And then we get 6 come in like the space of 2 weeks. So why they couldn't just keep to the original schedule, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Okay, this one we've got some XW02 screws. So I'll cut them open. I think that was the same screw we had in the last one as well, wasn't it? You'd think that with a really sharp Stanley knife, it would cut through that plastic easy enough to drop out, but no. Look, they still don't want to come out, and I've cut that twice now. It's like magic bags these are in. I'm sure that will come out now. There we go. Excellent. Okay, what do we have to do? Okay, so we've got to bring over this section here again. And we're going to be putting this flashing, or sides, what they actually called in this, outer edge stripping along the insides here and here. So, what one goes where? I'm just trying to figure it out. It says start with the outer edging strip. There are 3 pins on the underside that fit into the matching holes on this side of the recess. So that one is going to this side of the engine by the look of it. Just do a dry fit of that just to make sure. Yep, that's going to go in this side. So we're going to take this section here, just with this notch on the end. That notch is going to go over this section here, and we're just going to push that into place. This way around. That's 1 in, 2 in, and 3 in. Perfect. And we've got the other side here, looking just like that. That's going to go into this side here. This side, where we've got a notch here, is going to go towards the engine pipes there. When you put these in, probably best not to touch those pipes at all, because they're very delicate. I think that's lined up. There we go. Push that in. And there we go. That's those 2 liners in. Now, the thing is, all of this now, we're never going to see again pretty much. Because once they're in, just checking that is, and turn the page. Oh, it don't want us to put the wing on yet. We got to put the cannon on. That's the next stage we're going to do. So the cannon is going to go on this stage here. Making sure I put it on the right way. Because I've got a habit of putting this on the wrong way. Cannon's going to go on this way here. But we need to put the electric cable here through this hole. Just like that. Did you notice a bit's dropped off there? I have to put that in a second. Let's get this in. Well, this isn't easy, is it? There we go. Something's stopping this. It's my masking tape I've got here. Okay. I'm going to pull that through. Obviously, the gun's going to be going on this way. I'm not happy with this. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. This label here, I'm just ripping it off. So it's going to sit just like that. Here. Locate the lugs there. So that'll be the right way round. That's looking good. We're going to turn this upside down. And we're going to secure the cannon in, which has just come out again. With 3 of the XW02 screws. Let's get them in. That's 1. Let that go now. 2 on this side. And then 3 in the middle. Excellent. And then we're going to plug this in to this point here, hoping that when I put the power, and I have got the power supply here, that everything's going to work. So we'll see. I'll plug this in here. I might need my tweezers for this. I think I will. Just to guide that round the way it needs to go. I'm going to go in that way. There we go. Push that all the way in. That didn't want to go in there. Now this has come out. Make sure I'm not pushing any pins in. That's in. Push that bit back in. Making it flat. There we go. That's good. I don't really need these now. But I'll tell you what, because it's going to be sealed, I think I am going to put that just over the top there to stop that moving around. That makes sense. And then, yeah, it wants me to check it now. So let's plug it in. We plugged in at this end. I'm not sure which one we're going to plug it into. Let's have a look. It wants us to test both of these, so I'll put this one in first and see what comes on. So that one's in, and what do we have? Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. We've got the engine light on. So I've just powered the engine. And then this one then should power the cannon. Let's hope that works. Ah, yes. You can see the cannon's all lit up there. And, well, hey, from the end there. Very good. So the electrics work. I'm happy about that. So we can seal this all up now, which means we just need to put this part just over this section here. I'm going to take this masking tape off here. Don't need that no more. And this is just a push to fit thing, so I need to make sure that where this is going in, to these holes here, where else? Here, and here, that there's no cables in the way. Looks okay, actually. So let's lie that down. Have a good feel around where it's going to go. I'm guessing... Oh, this isn't easy. This isn't easy at all. Ah, there we go. Once you've lined up 2 pegs, the rest should fall into place pretty easy. Just like that. Something in there. Oh no, that's okay. Make sure it's smooth all the way around, which it is. And there we go. That's that section in place. See, if I turn it upside down, flick the camera to that one. That is pretty much the wing completed, except we have still got this open area here, which I'm guessing we're going to be putting in the next section. Not quite sure, but that's pretty much what that's looking like. So that was issue 31. I have got this detail here that I need to put back on though. And obviously we know where it comes from. It comes from this thing over here. If it comes off again, I'm going to put some glue in it. Just looking at that. Oh, I just don't think I pushed it in enough. It went into that section just under there. But now that's in. So that's 2 wings we've completed now. I'm going to put that to one side. Let's see what people have to say. I've put it back on, Paul. Don't worry. I'm exhausted after those 2. I need another drink of rum. But you see how quick these are? So that was issue 31 done. Get rid of my rubbish here. But Mrs. Welder Wayne, if Andy's in chat, can you store the name? Because I'm sending these to someone. Because I don't normally keep these. I normally chuck them. But I'm sure someone called Andy says that they want them. So issue 32 is next. Hey Wayne, I'll order some from the store, but I'm not saying what yet. Really? That's still a surprise. You'll see it in the movie when I have it inside. Ooh, that'd be cool. Hello, Svi. How's it going? We're 2 episodes in. We're knee deep at the moment into the build. We're just getting on with it for the X-Wing, I think. As a matter of fact, I might just actually just group these together and call it these issues on live stream. I don't know. But hello, Michael Bradford. Your video's coming out this week. It's all ready to go. Next week, we got Mrs. Welder Wayne's video, and that's all filmed. I've seen it. Very good. We had to do a little bit of editing because she tried to film a naked picture of me. If that ain't a spoiler, I don't know what is. Okay. Right. Issue 32 here. We're going to be starting to build the cannon. The difference is, look, this cannon looks like a barber's pole. I had no idea it looked like that, I have to say, until I actually saw the movie again and realised, wow, it is. But there you go. Look, that's what issue 32 looks like. It is worth noticing, I don't think I have to worry about issue 32. One of these issues has got the little plastic part that goes at the end of the cannon there. Don't lose it, because it's clear it's asking to be lost. So, but this is what we're going to do now. Let's see, we're going to be making the cannon, I think. Oh, and we're extending the frame as well. Look at that. I wasn't aware of that. I'll have to get that off the shelf. Excellent. So that's what's coming in issue 32. So let's get on with that now. The next Ferrari video is Friday, Synth I was going to do it tomorrow, but the Bismarck was calling me today, so I decided to build the Bismarck instead. All good. Okay, so issue 32. Let's see what we got to do in this one. Get everything out. This is pretty much what I do before a video. As you can see, I just tip everything everywhere and make sure there's nothing in the bag. Because the amount of things I've chucked, I tell you. I've chucked so much before that I'm like, oh, having to scurry around the bin looking for things. So we don't need those bits yet. They're going to be extending the cockpit. We've got some screws in this one. We've got XW01 screws. So we need them. Chuck that away. I always like to work tidy as well. Just doing a quick inventory of what we got. You see, it might be the OCD in me. But I do like to make sure I've got everything I need. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the barbershop pole that we got at the cannon here, and we're going to be pushing this section into it. Now, obviously, it can only go in one way, which is the bigger end is going to go into this. Now, I did see Robbie Bobby do this ages ago on a different cannon, and he had a great deal of problem with this. So all I'm doing is just double checking I am putting it in the right way, is just to put a load of force like that. And there we go. That's gone in absolutely fine. So I'm happy. That's now in. Then we're going to be putting the next section of the cannon on. It doesn't look like there's a difference in what side I put in. That's going to go into the top there. Once again, I'm going to have to push this really tight. Now, oh God, this is hard. It is going. Now, on cannon 1, didn't happen at the time, but I actually broke this section here. I had to glue this section. That was after the whole wing was completed. The super glue worked a treat, to be honest with you. But as you can see, got a little bit of flashing on the side there. There you go, that's gone. That's so far of the cannon. Then we're going to get this detail here. They're just calling that a side detail. And we've got a little section to put in there, which is this tiny piece looking like that. Again, this can only go in one way. Goes in this way. Oh, push it down. Looking just like that. Are we all talking about Mrs. Welder Wayne's Lady Cave, are we? Okay, then we're going to take on the laser cannon housing, this is called. This is just going to go into this section here. As you can see, I've got a tab and a large section there. It can only go in one way again. That's going to be pushed into here. This looks like it's quite a tight fit. So there we go. It clips into place. That's never coming out again. And once we've got that, it just wants us to keep all of these parts safe. We're not doing anything else for the cannon parts. So I can put that to one side. We don't need that. Which does mean I've got to get up from my chair now. Show you my big belly. Because as you can see, the cockpit is sitting on the shelf right there. So let's get that. There we go. There's the cockpit. How is everyone? Are we getting through it? What are we on? We're 3 stages in now. This is good, isn't it? You're talking about your bits. Oh, God. I'm going to have to read back the chat later. I bet Mrs. Welder Wayne's having a field day to this. Okay. So we've got the cockpit now. And what we've got these extensions to it, which are going to be going on this section here to extend that out. Let's see how we do this. Oh God, this is hard. Looks like these sections here, the tabs, are going to go on the ground like that to this section. So if this is going in, I'm guessing... Oh God, let me think of this. Oh, right, they've got like a tab to go in as well. Okay, I'm just having a look around. This doesn't look too easy. These go further. It's right. These tabs go further away. I'm going to put it the way they've got it in the instructions. That way it makes it easier for me. So it's going to go that way there, that way there. Perfect. So the first one is going to be going on. Align the left frame at the corner of the cockpit base. So these labelled. They might be labelled with an L. They're not. So, oh well. Okay, right. So I'm guessing this bit's going to go in like that somehow. No. Oh, God. Oh, I see. They go on the base. Right, okay. They go on this base section here. I didn't see that. Right, so on the bottom of this cockpit here, we've got 2 holes there and 2 holes there. That's where these are going to fit. So this one will be going on that side just like that. This one's going to be going on that side just like that. There we go. Fitting in absolutely lovely. But we do need to screw these in, and this is going to be XW01 screws. And there is a big warning on this saying do not over tighten. I don't quite know what's going to happen if I over tighten. Should be interesting. Let's get one of these out. I can never get these out. Ah, that's better. Right. Now, of course, we have to secure these from underneath. So, yeah, make things easy for us, hey. Okay, so one of these is going to fall out, but I'm going to put this one in first. And that's just going to go in there. Let's change the camera for that one. That one's going to go in just like this. Nice and tight, but I didn't put it in too tight. I didn't want to get into trouble. And here's the second one. Put it in there. Well, hey. Just like that. And again, tight, but not too tight. Here we go. And that's that. Put these in how they go. Wow, look at that. Let's go back to that camera. That's this stage complete. Nothing else to do in that stage. So now, with 3 stages in, I guess we're on issue 33. Whizzing through these, aren't we? And how far? Look, 38 minutes in. We're doing good here. Okay, so what we got in this one? We're going to do the upper port laser cannon. Oh, wow, we're doing a cannon. We haven't done a cannon yet. I might need to run for this. We need a cannon. Hello, Derek Boyd. How's it going? You got your Dash Riptide. You got your proton packs and trap delivered. Guess I saw your pictures, Howard. But the I need to call them. I keep saying I need to call them, but I haven't done it yet. I need to call them and find out where mine are. We're going to be doing a laser cannon again. I need to find a bit. Ugh. What's this? Issue 33? Issue 33. Look, there we go. We haven't done this before, but there are some parts here for the canopy again. Cockpit. That's interesting. Okay. Let's do that. So, we're going to be making the laser cannon. We've done this loads of times before. How many have we done now? 2. So, this will be the 3rd one. And then... I don't do the blackout bit. It gives you an expert tip there about doing the blackout. I don't do that because I do like the red glow that comes through that. This bit here, that looks interesting. We're going to be putting some brackets on the section we just did. This is what I like because we haven't been working on this for like 33 issues now. So it's good that you can do that. I have a hum on the mic. It's my computer, Edward. My computer fan is going on because this room's really hot at the moment. So that's what that is. It's normally the mic. It's normally this mic you're going to hear the hum on because it's closest to my PC. You shouldn't hear it on the mic that I'm talking on here. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I need a bigger room. I'm going to need a bigger house. We're going to need a bigger boat. I fancy watching Jaws, you know. Perhaps it's because of Craig's nautical themed room. I fancy watching a nautically themed show. Right, we're not going to need those sections. Pretty much lots of cannon parts here. The LED, XW01 screws, more cannon parts. Yeah, we've got a whole higgledy-piggledy mix here. And then we'll open these XW01s up. Look, once again, look, I've cut a hole straight through that. But, they are starting to seep out there. That's the XW01. Okay, so first things first, we're going to take the forward generator end cap. That's what this is called. And we're going to be pushing the LED through the bottom of it. Now, this LED here has got a habit of coming out. So you need to make sure it's pushed all the way through. I can't believe I can get through a stream without saying that. Push it all the way through so it looks like a nipple there. Okay, that looks good. And then we're going to be doing the generator body, which looks just like this. It's this silver detail here, and there's two sides to that. These are quite simply just going to go together like this, but we need to make sure that we've got the wire here put in between that. So it's going to go in this way with the wire coming on that way there. Oh no, it's going to go in the other way. Oops. With these tabs here closest towards that cannon there. And then we'll put this one in the other side so it matches off. Whoops. This way round. Just like that. Is that right? Hang on. Nope, I had it right first time. This way round. That's better. And then push that together, and then we can push the cannon inside that like that. There we go. That's the top of the cannon completed. Okay, then we're going to be feeding the LED through this section here, through the key, through the open end, not the keyhole end. This section here, that goes in like that. And once again, we can actually put this together. As you can see, we've got a notch in there. It's going to fit the notch on that one. So that goes in like that. Look, it's growing in my hands, and I am very conscious that tonight is the night of innuendos. Okay, so we've got a notch in here. We're going to push the wire up here and hold that with my finger, because then we're going to be pushing this section in just like this to match it, and then obviously the wire's coming out the side there. Once we've done that, we're going to be pairing up these two sections here and putting them together. Once again, you notice that I haven't used any glue at all. That just clips together just like that, and then all we have to do is put this end here just into the end there. So that goes in nice and tight, but like that. Whoops. Make sure that's straight, and there we go. That's that laser cannon completed. So I can put that to one side. No, I can't, because we're going to actually use this in here. Now, as I said, it wants us to paint this section here, but I am keeping that because I do like the red glow. And all we're going to do is take the section from last time, which looks like that. As you can see, we've got two lugs on the bottom here. They're going to go into this section here. Other way around. Into this section like this. And this. Push it into place. So as you can see, that area is going to rest there. And we also need to make sure that the nipple is still out there. Once that's in, we're going to put the top cover over, making sure that the lead is still coming out through that little opening there. And then this is all going to get held together by this piece here, which just goes on the bottom. Push that in. There we go. That's going absolutely nowhere at the moment. Turn the page. And that's all they want us to do. They don't want us to fit the rest of the bits at the moment. That's a pain. I wanted to fit this bit in because we know where it goes. But no, they don't want us to do it in that episode. So I can put that to one side. And we're now going to be extending the frame. Andy Nash, I've got 6 issues, so we're going to see where we get to. Okay, so yeah, how many times can I say nipple tonight? That's a drinking game for you tonight? Okay, so we're going to be putting on these brackets here, just seeing how they go. Right, they're going to be facing down, both of them. One's going to go on the end here, and it goes this way round. So it's going to fit into, let me think of this. Is it this way round or that way round? Doesn't make sense. No, it's going to go definitely that way round. Like that, it says. That don't make sense. Oh, I see. Right, okay, so that's going to go into the end like that, but that goes that way round. Right. Okay, so we're going to take the end piece first. That's going to go with this tab here, pointing towards the cockpit. And that's going to just slot over the ends, like this there, and the same on the other side. And this is actually going to be secured with screws from the front here. The screws that we're going to be putting in for that are the XWO ones that I've opened up there. Oh, it's someone's birthday. Whose birthday is it? Hello, rat fans. Yeah, run BTL. The Americans are like, who the hell's Roland Rat? Okay, so these are screwed in from the front. That's the first one in. And you know what I'm going to say? We're going into metal. So I am going to just dop that into a little tiny bit of oil there to help that go in again on this side. Look how much smoother that goes in. See what I mean? The oil certainly makes a difference. See, that side's nice and straight. That side, I think, could probably go in a bit more. I'm actually gonna take that screw out, and then I'm gonna drop that into some oil. You'd like the Orca, Robert Dibbons? That'd be an excellent one. Bolts in the water, darks in the water. Okay. Ah, that goes in a lot better. Okay. So, I'll put the front one on first. I don't know if I was meant to do it that way, but, well, it's the way I've chose to do it. It does mean that I can turn this upside down now to fit the next one. The next one is going to go into these brackets just at the side here. Just seeing how that's going to go. Okay. So, this is going to be facing down. We've got a lug, right. So, we've got two lugs. One here and one here. This is going to match this section just like that. So, it's going to fit perfectly over. And this is going to be secured in from the underside here. Just here. Is it from the underside? It is from the underside with two XW01 screws. You see, I just take a flash look at the instructions when I do this. Let's change the camera and add a bit of variety to this. There we go. So I'll tell you what, before I put that in, I'll drop it in a little bit of oil to help that go in. That's one. Could I do a live stream for my pats? What's a pat? Can't do it without a bit of lube. Yeah, I was going to say that, but I've said nipple about 50 times tonight, so I'm trying to be clean. This video is going to get demonetized instantly. And there we go. We've just extended that canopy frame out, so that looks good, doesn't it? And that's all there is to do in that issue. So, we've just done 33. Let's chuck that one on the floor. We've got 34, and we're at 48 minutes. That ain't bad. Bad at all. In issue 34, we're going to be doing the upper port laser cannon there. We've got some more canopy pieces there. Oh my god, look at that. We've got the ends. Now, this is the one that's going to have the tip. Look, there it is. So we don't want to lose that. We're going to be assembling the cannon, and that's it. So they give us these pieces, but they don't want us to use them. Let me have a look at that pack. Where is that pack? Ugh. 34. Yeah, look, they've given us the pieces here, but they don't want us to use these yet. So, interesting. We'll see how that goes. So, let's put these like that. Break this open. And then tip this out, making sure I capture, there it is, that clear piece, because I want to lose that again. So there is the clear piece that's going to go into the end of the cannon. But I've got a habit of losing that, so I'm going to just leave that there for the minute. So we're going to be making the cannon. We don't need these metal pieces, so they can all go to one side. All we're going to be working on is just this bit here for the second. So we're going to be taking the mount of a rectangular, oh god, they've used the word flange. Fit half the suppressor mount onto the rectangular flange on the end of the laser cannon emitter. So basically this is going to go in, let's just see what way. That way there, I'm guessing. There we go. So it looks just like that. Then we're going to be putting the top on. Just like that. Squeeze that together. There we go, that's the tip of the laser done. Then we're going to be putting the suppressor on, which is this section here. Now this always moves around for me, even though it has got a keyhole sort of section which stops that happening. You can lock that into place to your heart's content here, but it will work itself up there and you have to turn that around again. But there we go, that's the suppressor on. Then we're going to be putting the little cap on the end. So that's just going on. Oh, this is fiddly. There we go. So I've put the little cap on the end there. It should be quite easy to make that with some crystal clear. I said I'm going to put some masking tape around there and just fill it up and leave it to dry, and that will go as clear as that. That won't be a problem. Okay, then we're going to be taking the cannon that we worked on before, and we're going to be poking through this optical fibre through the top here, as far down as it goes, just like that. Then we're going to be putting this top on, which means we need to thread this through. Seeing how this goes. We need to thread this through here, through the hole. Get in there. It's got a very definitive pattern there, or shape, so it can only go in one way. Get that all the way in. And then when I put this in, first thing I'm going to do is line that up correctly. Hang on a second, that way around. There we go. And then making sure they fit in perfectly, that these rods here go into this black section here. So that looks just like that. Once we've done that, we're going to thread the cannon through. So that's the next thing. So that goes down there. Onto the end. Like that. And then we'll just put the end of the cannon on. So this is going to thread all the way into here, which doesn't really want to go in that far. It needs to go all the way to the end of this. I can see this is going to be, oh, there we go. And then we can plug that in the end. And there we go. That's a cannon done. And that is that stage complete. And guess what it wants me to do? It wants me to test it to make sure that I haven't broke anything along the way. So plug it in. Hopefully it lights up. On these live streams, God, if anything's going to go wrong, it will be going wrong in this issue. Right, there we go. And as you can see, probably what give a camera, look, that lights up fine there and there. I do like how it looks through the end there. So yeah, I'll definitely leave it there. So that's another job done. Unplug that, I could put that to one side. And guess what? That's another stage complete. Can you believe in this live stream tonight, we're going to get through 6 of these. So issue 35 is the last one. I need some rum. Ian Campbell, yeah, the Capri would be good. I'd like a real Capri. With a name like Wayne coming from Essex, all I'd need to do is cover it in leopard skin seats, and I'm anyone's. Now the rum's starting to come in, you can see that. XR3i I'd love as well. My first car was a Mark III Escort, which had exactly the same shape as an XR3i. But yeah, I couldn't afford the insurance group for that. It was like the same group as a Ferrari Testarossa, so who would like that? Anyway, look, last one. We're going to do issue 35. Issue 35, what are we doing? Are we going to be putting these metal bits in? We are. We've got some more metal bits here. We're going to need the canopy. Wow, we're doing some fiddly stuff here. You know what? We're actually making the hinge. I think I'm not going to do that one. I think we're going to save issue 35 for another time. So it means I can chat with you because, yeah, I've had too much rum to be doing small stuff like that. So did you enjoy those 5 stages? We've done it in 54 minutes. It gives me 5 minutes to chat with you all. I will have to top this up. Look, I'm a wimp. Thank you, Ian. This cracking is absolutely lovely. It's actually bringing out the alcohol sweats, as you can see at the moment. So I'm just watering it down with a bit more Coke. You had an XR2. Well, I had a Mark III Escort. I loved my Mark III Escort. And it was kitted out to look like an XR3i, but it wasn't an XR3i. I think my next car after that was an Orion. And I loved my Orion as well. And then after that, what did I have after that? I've had a few cars. I've had 2 brand new cars. I had a Ford Mondeo back in the day. That was a company car. And then I had a Hyundai i10. That was back in, oh God, it must have been about 2003. I think. Something like that. And at the moment I'm driving a Nissan Note. I love Nissans. My parents have got a Nissan Note. And Mrs. Welder Wayne's driving a Volkswagen Fox. Michael Shearer, is a mini lathe easy to use to shape ship masts? I don't know, Michael. I haven't used it, but I did see I can actually 3D print a mini lathe, which I thought was quite interesting. I've got to stick the motor in it, but yeah, I can make one from a 3D printer, so that'd be good. Wayne and Esther across it. I've come halfway through the conversation. Oh, the name's on the windscreens. Yep, you got it. I already told Mrs. Wilder Wayne that we should have that. So, Gavin, every stream. Thank you so much. Put this towards the railway power stuff. Well, funny you should say that, Gavin. I really appreciate that because I bought some switches. And if you're on the Patreon, you'll see that I was playing around with the switches. I only had one of those switches, but I ordered some more. Phoebe wants to come in. Hang on a second. Oh. No, you can't come up yet. Oh, come here then. Yeah, I ordered some switches, but the switches I had were spring-loaded, so there's no way I could overpower the motors. So if I put it in one position, it would just spring back to off once it's fired the power. The switches that came don't do that. So I need one of these capacitor discharge units, and they're about £16, so I'm going to need to get one of them before I fit them. Because you know me, I will burn out the motors big time. So, I enjoyed this little live stream tonight, I have to say. I don't think I'm going to make videos for these. The X-Wing videos don't do that well anyway, but I think I'm going to upload this to the playlist for the X-Wing so people can actually see this when they go along. And this detailed one, issue 35, I think I will do a proper video for that because that's going to be a fun one. But at least it means that I'm going to be able to have the cockpit going up and down. I thought that was going to be something that happens in like issue 50 or something. So, George Davison, where did I get my 3D printer? I got it from Amazon. I got it from Beanie's Hobbies. But it is available on Amazon, and I've got an Ender 3 Pro. So I've got it from Matthew Beam from Beanie's Hobbies. He's got a YouTube channel if you haven't seen that. But yes, look, Phoebe's here. Just looking at herself. Did everyone see the picture of Phoebe the other day? She was looking at me, and all I was doing was stroking her head like this. But I was putting my hand there. That looks like she's got no ears. and then when she smiles, go on, smile. Smile. See, her lips stay up, so it looks like she's smiling. Oh, bless. Everyone's happy. People want to see you rather than me. You could do your own YouTube channel, you could. You'd make a fortune. Just looking at me. To attention. You know I'm talking about you, don't you? Look, the whole world is out there watching you. What do you think of that? Hey? Is there any mouses outside? Is there? Have you had a look? Any hedgehogs? Mark Smith, your first car was a Maxi. On opening part 34, did you get all the bits out the pack? Yes, I did. I got the... all I've got left is these metal things here. And I've obviously got issue 35. Why, did I miss something? Have I missed something, B. Anderson? You're worrying me now. If I'm missing something, I'm going to have to go through the bin again. So I don't want to do that. How many patrons do I have? I've got 159 patrons, Stephen Cathcart. So if anyone wants to subscribe to Patreon, you've seen the link anyway. It's in the in that camera there, which you can't really hear me on at the moment. It's at the bottom. But we do behind the scenes thing. I think the last video I did on the Patreon was talking about the microphone setup that I've got at the moment. I will show you how I do that after editing of the sound. Because as someone said, there is a buzzing noise on this microphone. It's because it's not filtered. This is as you're hearing me as it is on the microphone here. I can put a filter on OBS here, but it's not very good. So I run it through Audacity in post-production, which takes out that buzz. So, Anthony Oates, your first car was a Mark III Escort in sunshine yellow? No, I had a white one. White Mark III Escort. Although I do like yellow cars, especially a Mark III convertible Escort. I don't know what it is about a yellow colour for that. It's I just like the shape of the Mark III. I don't know if it's just me. The shape that they did afterwards had a lot more curves. Was it the Mark IV? I think something like that had a lot more curves rather than straight edge. Didn't like that. I did have one. As a matter of fact, it blew up on me. I was going to it did a full journey from like where was it, Portsmouth all the way up to Fort William. And then back to Essex, and then back to Portsmouth again. And then on the way back from Portsmouth at a place called Wheelie, is it? I don't know. It's just before the A3 hits the M25, the engine blew up. And I know that because smoke came through the vents, and then when I opened up the bonnet, I could see one of the pistons had broke straight through the cylinder block. So, yeah, that car didn't last long. But that was like God, what colour was it? I'm not very good with colours. It was like a red. a dark red, a burgundy. Is burgundy red? I don't know. I need to get my colour blindness sorted out big time. Michael Hipperson, your first car was a Ford E93A. Sit up and beg popular. It cost £20 and £21.50 to insure. Oh my God. See, when we first came back to England from Australia, my dad's car was a Datsun 180B. He had a Datsun. He's always stayed with the Datsun brand. Then he went to was it after the Datsun? Then they went to Nissan. So they went to a Nissan Sunny, I think he had. Then a Nissan Almera. And then a Nissan Note, which he's got now. I like Nissans because not really much goes wrong with them. I've never had a problem with a Nissan. So, gaming with Jacoby. You're a bit late, but I think a bit of the black paint could get rid of any light bleed in the cans. I don't want to get rid of the light bleed. I like it. It adds that warmth. Anthony Ocean, your Mark III lost its rear wheel on the A1 and overtook me near Grantham Junction. Oh my God. I've never had anything like that. I got rammed off the road. Well, I had a lorry ram into me on the M25. So much so that my car skidded into the slow lane. I managed to correct it before I went up the embankment and I drove on. And as I indicated, the lorry just sped past me and carried on. Didn't stop. So I'm sitting on the side of the M25 like this. And the back end of my car had been dented, but obviously it was dark. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning. And I was too shocked trying to control the vehicle to actually read the number plate. So I think that's the only bad thing. I did have once where I stupidly parked my car, got into a row with my girlfriend at the time, and then slammed the car into reverse straight into the back of a parked car, just as the guy had got out of it. So it wasn't a case of me hiding it. But that guy, funny enough, he caught up with me on Facebook. God, it must have been about 3 or 4 years ago. And we were laughing about it in the end because I was only a kid. I was only 16 at the time. And I said, you know what? I've been petrified of reversing since that day. It's like in my head when I reverse that, God, I hope someone hasn't parked the car behind me. But I think that's the only accident I've caused. Most of the time, people just keep going, smashing into my back. I don't know why. And it's not like I'm slamming on brakes or anything. It's just normally I'm stopped at a junction waiting to go and someone just doesn't see me. I don't know. Perhaps I'm like John Cena. But back in the day, I mean, prior to this car, I had a Skoda Fabia, but back in the day, I was looking like the Skodas were a terrible brand years ago. It was like the old Reliant Robins. If you had a Skoda, people would take the mick out of you. And now, the Octavias and they're some of the best cars out there. I absolutely love them. But I like Kias as well. The Kia Sportage. It's early days, Stephen Cathcart. I'm sure we're going to get some dislikes soon. You got into it with Mrs. Welder-Wayne. No, it weren't Mrs. Welder-Wayne. This was prior to Mrs. Welder-Wayne. This was actually with my first wife. She annoyed me that much that I crashed the car. me and Mrs. Welder-Wayne, we never argue. We're too alike. It was wife number one. See, Mrs. Welder-Wayne just told you then. Yeah, we're too alike. We never argue. We me and Mrs. Welder-Wayne get on so much. This is just between you and me. Shh. That we say that we get on too well. We get on so well, we're wondering if we're related. We're not related, don't worry. Hello, Phoebe. I don't think I've ever had one argument with Mrs. Welder-Wayne. But don't forget, I knew Mrs. Welder-Wayne when she was like 18, 19. And then we lost touch when she was about 24, something like that, for 20 years. And then we got back together again. So, it's all good. I'll tell you another good vehicle in its day, going back to cars, the Granada. Does anyone remember the Granada? It was a horrible looking car, but God, it had some power under the engine. And Nissan Puke. But I'm on Motability. You don't like the Puke? You don't like the Nissan Dukes? They're not too bad. I'd like to see a Nissan Leaf. You know, the electric one? Why do Skodas have heated rear windows to keep hands warm when pushing? Oh, I think the first car, when I went out to buy that Mark III Escort, the first car I looked at was a Talbot. That's how long ago it was. Oh my God, a Talbot. Great Scott, there was a story years ago about the couple that turned out they were siblings. I saw that. Yeah, we're not related. It is uncanny though. It's sort of like the in-joke. It's like, yeah, just don't tell anyone. The Granada was a different car in the States. What was it called over there? I love the Granada. See, when I've been in America, I always remember the cars I drive in America. The first time I went to America in '97, they gave me a Chrysler Neon. That was a nice car, but everyone was driving Chrysler Neons at the time. Well, that in Florida they were. That must have been the rental car of the period. The second time I went, I had a Toyota Camry, which I really liked. But easily, the best car I had was a Dodge Caliber. I loved the Dodge Caliber. That was an excellent car. I've had another one. I can't remember what the other one was. But yeah, the Dodge is the one that springs to mind. And you can get the Dodge over in this country a lot of money. And the repair costs for them are phenomenal. Because obviously getting the part shipped over here if you ever need it. The Leaf's apparently rubbish. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to save up for that Tesla then, Anthony. Wait, do you remember the old light blue mobility cars? No, I don't. I'll tell you, the ugliest car has got to be the Fiat Multipla. That's a horrible looking thing. The Multipla. Yeah, I think that's what it was called, wasn't it? It looked like the car from Bad Taste. Do you know Peter Jackson's Bad Taste? Where they've got the Beatles sitting in the front of it. That's what it looked like. Horrible car. Jim Strofer, you saw a Mark IV Cortina last time you were in Brazil. Bronze in colour, or was that just rust? Thank you, D. Your grandparents had a 1979 Granada in South Carolina. It was grey and boxy. It was boxy looking. Raymond Russell, your first car was a 94 Plymouth Coupe. Can you imagine how much that would be now, Raymond? Have you still got it? What do you call a Skoda convertible? A skip. The parts of the Chrysler, is it? Derek, with the Chrysler, it was a white Chrysler Neon, yeah? Everyone had them in Florida, and it was my first trip to Disney World. And what I didn't remember, that they don't tell you, is when you go to the car park at Disney World, remember where you park. Now, I knew I was in, like, the happy lot. That was easy enough. But I ain't got a clue what row I was in. So, the happy lot is like 3,000 cars. So we got lost with the cars. Security in the end had to pick me up. And they were driving us up and down. And I kept beeping the fob trying to see which car opened. Because I didn't know the registration was on the key. But God, trying to find the car was a nightmare. Failing that, I would have had to stay in the park till night time and see what cars were left. Yeah, I learned a valuable lesson that day. But all good. Fiat Multipla, a very practical car, but goddamn ugly. It is, isn't it? Someone actually signed that off and said, yeah, that's a good car. It's one of the ugliest cars out there. That and that Fiat Strada that someone mentioned. God, that was awful. By the way, and they used the same name on a different car. Really? Oh, I wasn't aware of that. When you ever look at a car of a colour, you just go, oh, I don't want that colour like the puke green neon. Oh, God, no. I don't want the puke green neon. That's horrible. But anyway, everyone, look, it's been a fantastic stream tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. Bit of live build, bit of chatting. I can't believe we got through 5 episodes of the X-Wing. But issue 35 will be on the channel later on in the week. I'll get that done. And I think I'll just post this live stream up for issues 31 because we've seen it before 2 times. We don't really need to see it a 3rd time. So it can get monotonous. And I think on this occasion, where I normally do 1 video per issue, it's just not worth it for the X-Wing build. It's like doing the rails and the tracks for the DeLorean all over again. So, but there you go. But look, thank you for coming along. We're going to be doing a live stream on Thursday where we are doing this chatting. And remember, tomorrow we've got the Bismarck coming out. And then Friday, it's either going to be the X-Wing. No, it's not. It's not going to be the X-Wing. We're going to do the rear axle of the Ecto 1. Just so you know, if people are wondering, it's metal because this is really heavy. So that's good to go. But yeah, thanks for watching. Take care.